I just realized my mic was not on the entire time. I am so embarrassed. I was just saying I wasn't planning on being too talkative because I'm not chatting with anybody right now. They let me off early at work today, and that's really cool. And I need to pause for a moment because I'm doing something, so I will be right back. And sorry. Sorry, a friend of mine was telling me something, and I've got to take care of it. I have not been able to play that mission yet. I tried to play it last week, and I just chalked it up to teething pains, because they just went live. This is like a week old. Maybe 2 weeks old? Hang on, I'm getting another incoming message. Okay, excuse me. I will attempt this again. I am really frustrated that I want to see this game mode, right? I don't know what this is. By the way, that when you see the full image, it makes sense, but when you see the little thumbnail down here, doesn't it look like somebody's pointing a slingshot at them? That's one of the things I was commenting on when the mic was off. This is attempt number 3. I'm gonna try this again. I just have not seen this work yet. Excuse me. Just checking my phone. I thought I felt an earthquake earlier, but my living room is right above the laundry room, and I think when one of the dryers goes off, it shakes my chair. I got a news notification that a moose photobombed a wedding photo. Oh, that's fun. Husband and wife in a snowy, beautiful background, and a moose walking through the photo. Cute. I'm sorry, I love animals. I love the idea of them photobombing. I think one of my favorite photos like that from years ago was uh, I think it was a pair. I think it was a couple kissing, and a squirrel leapt into frame, and the camera focused on it, and it was looking straight at the camera. there's an even better one. There's a seal photo bomb, and I love that one because excuse me. I love that one because that seal looks like he has a big smile on his face. He looks like he's intentionally doing it. I'm gonna Google that right now. Seal photo bomb. Image search. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. He looks like he's got a big old smile on his face. Oh, and the memes are fun too. We're not in beta anymore. Derp, derpity derp. Tempted to fool around with my setup here since like nothing's working. I bought a new capture device. So I'm watching we're watching this through the PlayStation's built-in recording mechanism, and I managed to get a hold of an HDMI recorder that I can hook up to my laptop, and that lets me do some different things, like, for example, record something else. You know, I can only record what's on my PlayStation. I can't record what's going on with my Nintendo Switch, for example. So that's why I was very happy to get a hold of that doohickey. And so I just haven't tried to set it up yet, because I think it's a little involved. I also don't know that if I unplug it that it won't kick me out of the recording, because that seems to matter a whole lot right now. Come on, Rockstar! Honestly. Derp, derpity derp. You know, I'm about to write off this video. This is maddening. I don't even, I don't even have a button to get me out of this. Oh, that does illustrate a downside to using that capture thing I was talking about. One of the things I think Sony did right with the PlayStation was when you're hearing people talk through the microphone, or when you leave the game, for example, that just happened a second ago. I'm sure my screen turned blue for a moment there. That's to protect my privacy. So basically, I don't accidentally broadcast to the planet what games I have on my system. Um, that was not intended to sound snarky. People use the PlayStation to communicate. It has like an instant messenger type function. So yeah, plus people have their headsets on. I can tell you it's gotten better in recent years, but when I first played Grand Theft Auto, I could hear conversations going on inside people's apartments. And I tried to tell people. Like, one person was talking to her insurance agent, so I started repeating every word she was saying. But she must have had the TV muted or something. And I'm just like, but at least while I was recording, what she said wasn't recorded. So if I get the HDMI recorder to work, then suddenly I'll be doing that. But I don't really have much interest in using that for the PlayStation. There's part of me that would kind of like to do it because I could do it at a higher quality, and should I decide to edit it one day, that would be appreciated. Um, but I'm more interested in the ability to record other things. I will say I'm kind of eating my own words here. I was very critical of Sony early on with the PlayStation 4 because when they talked about doing the recording of the streaming the recording of the game, I just made a fart noise, right? And part of that was caused by how silly the PlayStation 3 was. It's like, why are they adding features that nobody asked for, right? Um, I feel like I was wrong about that. I actually love that feature, and it just I wish I'd set it up for YouTube when I started playing Grand Theft Auto because then I could go back to every time I've played it. I've seen some silliness in there that was fun, and I just
Can you help me reach level 2-2?
level 2-2. By the way, that scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting anybody. I wasn't expecting anybody to pop on. I've had a black screen here for 5 minutes now, and I don't know what to do about it. I think I'm just going to shut it down. The worst part is I don't have a button to get me out. Oh, and what I would do to get out, will kill the recording. If that happens, I think I'm just going to go to take a nap because I am tired. I try to wait 90 seconds because that's the common timeout, but I think I'm well beyond that. So, you know what? I'm going to say goodbye, and honestly, I hope nobody else sees this video because it is freaking useless. Good night.